सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः सुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। So children, we are in the 12th chapter and today we'll see the last 7 verses of the 12th chapter. And here, what did Bhagavan say in yesterday's session? What did we see? Bhagavan explained what a bhakta is, starting from a karma yogi. Okay, from first step, second step, third step, fourth step, and fifth step. 5 steps of where a bhakta can climb and ultimately reach Bhagavan. What did he say the first step was? The first 2 steps were that of karma yoga, where you accept all the results of all actions as God's prasada, and in the second step, you offer all that actions that you do, to God as worship. Then we saw in the third step, Bhagavan said, try to concentrate on your favorite name, favorite devata, what is called as Ishta Devata, for japa and concentrating and focusing on your favorite devata, which is called as Ishta Devata. It could be anybody. It could be Krishna, Rama, Narsimha, Hanumanta, anybody, Devi, Bhavani, Durga, Saraswati, any form can be there to meditate upon. Then in the fourth step, what did he say? Arjuna, you have to climb up the fourth step also. For what reason? To worship me as what? Vishwarupa. As you saw me in Vishwarupa Darshana, you have to learn to see me and worship me as everything that is there. Whatever is there in the world, you have to learn to see me. Therefore, you should become a what? A bhakta of me as everything, as Vishwarupa. And then which is the final step? Which is the last step? You have to know me and you have to understand my real nature as what? Atma. You have to see me, you have to understand me as nothing but Atma Swarupa. That Bhagavan is nothing but that same Atma which is also here in this body. So he gave 5 steps, correct? And what did Krishna say? The one who is in the 5th step, who goes through the 5 steps, he becomes a Jnani Bhakta. He becomes a Sthita Prajna. So how does a Sthita Prajna actually, conduct, or how does a Sthita Prajna behave in this world? How can you recognize a Sthita Prajna? The one who has gone through all these steps of bhakti, right from first step to the 5th step. How can you recognize this person, this Sthita Prajna? So that is what is going to be talked about in the next 7 verses, starting from 13th verse. So we'll briefly see each verse because it describes the Sthita Prajna or the Jnani Bhakta. Where we saw Sthita Prajna earlier, children, do you remember? We saw it in 2nd chapter, correct? When Arjuna asked what? Sthita Prajna, Jankar is right. Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha, he asked, correct? So in the 2nd chapter, Bhagavan started the description of a Sthita Prajna. But of course, he gave the descriptions of Sthita Prajna in almost all the chapters. So all of you are right. Okay. In 6th chapter also, he gave some shlokas which describe the Sthita Prajna. So Rajadatta is right. Sharat is right, because in 5th chapter also, in 7th chapter also, Bhagwan described Sthita Prajna in 1 or 2 verses. Okay. Gagan is also right. In the 5th chapter, Bhagwan described Sthita Prajna, but he started the description of Sthita Prajna where? In the 2nd chapter. And I think in the 12th chapter, he gives the maximum number of, features of Sthita Prajna. So what does he say? This is a very common and a very favorite, shloka of many people. I'm sure Swami also has talked about this. So let us see this 13th shloka of the 12th chapter. Adveṣhṭā sarva-bhūtānāṁ maitraḥ karuṇa eva ca nirmamo nirahankāraḥ sama-duḥkha-sukhaḥ kṣhamī. What is the meaning of that? Adveṣhṭā sarva-bhūtānāṁ. This jnani bhakta, this Sthita Prajna doesn't hate anybody. He does not have any hatred towards anybody. He does not dislike anybody. He likes everybody. He is a friend of everybody. Maitraḥ. Maitri means what? Friendship. He is friend with everybody. Everybody may not like him, but then he is a friend to everybody. He does not consider anybody as his enemy. For this wise person, Sthita Prajna, everybody is a friend. And he has a lot of compassion, karuṇa, compassion towards all the other jivas, to all the other beings. That means what? He has what is called as empathy. Have you heard of this word empathy? Empathy means what? Like when somebody is suffering, you also feel that suffering. That is called as empathy. Okay, when you see somebody in difficulty, you also feel that pain. To feel the pain of somebody else, ayo papa, you say, correct? When you see somebody suffering, ayo papa, you say. That feeling, of sharing the dukkha of another jiva, another living being is called as karuna or compassion or empathy. So he is compassionate. He has got karunya. He's got this feeling of empathy towards all the others. Nirmamo nirahankāraḥ. He does not consider anything as his. He knows that everything belongs to God. Nothing is mine. So what does he say? Bhagwan, whatever you have given me, whether it is this house, whether it's the parents, whether it's my education, or whatever is there with me is your gift, O Bhagwan. Hey God, this is your gift. Whatever you have given me, it is your gift. Therefore, it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to you. Temporarily, I am holding it. I am protecting that, whatever you are doing. This body also you have given me. It is not my body. It is given by you, Bhagwan. This mind and intelligence also given by you, Bhagwan. Thank you for that. You have given me a wonderful family. You have given that to me. It is given by you. Thank you for that. Okay. You have given me such wonderful parents. Thank you for that. You have given me such a wonderful school which I go to. Thank you for that. It is given by you, Bhagwan. Okay. You have given me such a great guru like Swami. Thank you, Bhagwan. So what does he say? Nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to God. Everything is given by God to me. Such a person is called as nirmamo. Nirmamo means nothing is mine. Everything belongs to God. Nirahankāraḥ. He does not have any kind of a feeling that I am doing this, I am doing this. This kind of all the time talking about I, that is not there. Therefore, nirmamo nirahankāraḥ sama-duḥkha-sukhaḥ kṣhamī. He is the same in sukha and dukkha. When sukha comes, he thanks Bhagwan for giving this sukha. When dukkha comes, he doesn't blame Bhagwan. He says, Bhagwan, thank you for this situation also, because I have to learn something. It seems there was, I told you, I think this story, I'm not very sure whether I told you, there was a teacher with some students who was walking in the forest. They used to go to different houses to beg for food, bhiksha. Sometimes they would get bhiksha. One particular day, they did not get anything. And this Guru always used to tell the Shishyas, Bhagwan provides for everything. Bhagwan gives everything. We don't have to worry about it. But then that particular day, they did not get any food from any house. So the Shishyas asked him, hey Guru, you always say that Bhagwan gives us everything that we want. Look, today we need food. We are hungry, but nobody gave us the food. What happened? The Guru said, look, Shishya, whatever today our not getting food also is Bhagwan's prasada, because he wants us to understand what it means not to eat one day. He has given us fasting today. Bhagwan has made us to fast today. So let us be thankful to God even for bad situations, even for dukkha. Let us not blame Bhagwan. So in sukha and dukkha, he is the same. Kṣhamī means what? He forgives anybody who harms him. He forgives anybody who troubles him. Okay? He does not blame anybody for his problem. If anything goes wrong, if somebody hurts him, what does he do? He does not get affected. He does not curse him. He does not hate him. But he accepts it very, very happily. He accepts it. In the next 14th verse, in the 14th shloka, what does Bhagwan say about Sita Prajna? Santuṣhṭaḥ satataṁ yogī yatātmā dṛiḍha-niśhchayaḥ maiy arpita-mano-buddhir yo mad-bhaktaḥ same priyaḥ. So he says, Arjuna, this jnani bhakta, this Sita Prajna is very, very dear to me. Why is he very dear to me? Santuṣhṭaḥ satataṁ, all the time he is happy. Nothing makes him unhappy. Okay, Srinivas MP, nothing makes a Sita Prajna unhappy. He is always happy. Okay, there is no unhappiness in him. He always smiling. He is always happy. Even if the situation is not good, even if there is dukkha, even if there is some kind of a pain in the body, illness in the body, still then what does he do? He does not blame anybody. He is always having that santuṣhṭaḥ. He is always showing contentment. He is showing that it doesn't matter. Today I am sick, it doesn't matter. I am still happy. It will go tomorrow. It comes, dukkha comes today, it goes tomorrow. So he is contented with whatever it is. Yogi, he is also called as a yogi. Yogi bhai, because he has achieved that which he wanted to. He has become one with God. Therefore, he is called as a yogi. And who is he? dṛiḍha-niśhchayaḥ. He is committed to being a jnani bhakta. He never slips from there. He has understood the oneness between him and God. He has understood the teaching of God so clearly that there is nothing which will shake his knowledge. His knowledge remains very, very steady. And who is he? Maiy arpita-mano-buddhir. He is constantly thinking of me. I am constantly in his thoughts. And such a bhakta, such a jnani bhakta, such a Sita Prajna is very dear to me. Then in the 15th shloka, Bhagwan says, yasmān nodvijate lokāh, lokān nodvijate chayah, harṣhāmarṣha-bhayodvegair, mukto yasmān priyaḥ. This jnani bhakta again is my favorite. I love him a lot, says Bhagwan Krishna. Why? He says, yasmān na udvijate lokāh. He doesn't trouble anybody. He doesn't disturb anybody. And not only that, he doesn't get troubled and disturbed by anybody. Okay, even if others try to disturb him, even if others try to play any kind of pranks on him, he does not get disturbed. Okay, he doesn't disturb anybody. He does not get disturbed by anybody. And for him, Whether he is in a happy situation or whether he is in an unhappy situation, he is all the time staying. He is not afraid. He is not afraid of facing dukkha. He is not afraid of going through whatever comes. There is no fear in him. What will people talk about me? What will happen if I lose this house? What will happen if I lose my family? That bhaya is not there. So, harsha, amarsha, bhaya, udvegaha, all these things, tension, anxiety, okay, and then the fear that one may lose something, he may lose something, that bhaya, there is no fear, because he knows that God is always with me. Whatever has to happen, God will take care of me. Whatever is happening, it is God's sankalpa. Who am I? Nimitta matra bhava savya sachin. Remember 11th chapter? What did Krishna say? Arjuna, you become a nimitta. You merely become my instrument. I will take care of everything. Here, this Jnani Bhakta has understood what? I am a mere instrument in the form, in the hands of God, in the hands of Bhagavan. Therefore, I have nothing to fear. Correct? God is there to get whatever he wants to get done from me. God will get it done. If there is some work for me which he thinks, he will get that work done from me. The sankalpa is Bhagwan's. Only I am the instrument. Through my body, through my hands and legs, through my words, God is going to function. And God is going to get everything done through me. So I am a mere instrument in the hands of God. Therefore, I am not afraid. So who is a Jnani Bhakta? Who is a Sthita Prajna? He is not afraid. He is not afraid of sukha, dukkha. He is not afraid of losing something. He is not afraid of getting something which is dukkha-karam. No, nothing like that. And he doesn't disturb anybody. He is not disturbed by anybody because he is very compassionate and he sees himself in everybody. He sees himself. Isn't it, Pavan? Huh? Pavan, doesn't a Jnani see himself in everybody? Because he knows that he is that Atma, I am Atma, and the same Atma is there in all the beings. So there is no difference between me and you. Correct, Pavan? That Atma which is in you, no, which is you, that is here also in Amma also. Therefore, you are not different from me. I am not different from you. How can I disturb you? I can't disturb you. Correct, Pavan? You cannot disturb me because you have compassion for me. I have compassion for you because we are the same. Your body may be different. My body may be different. But then what is that which is inside me and inside you, that Atma? That is one and the same. Therefore, he does not disturb anybody. Nobody can disturb him. He always has a lot of love and compassion for every living being around him. So he cannot hurt any living being. For any reason, he cannot hurt any living being. It is not possible for him to hurt. Therefore, Krishna says, this bhakta, this Jnani Bhakta is my favorite because he does not see any difference between him and me, and I don't see any difference between me and this Jnani Bhakta. Actually, for Bhagwan, there is no difference between him and anybody, but we don't know that. But a Jnani Bhakta understands that no difference between me and Bhagwan. Okay, Bhagwan is there everywhere. Bhagwan is in me, Bhagwan is around me, Bhagwan is in front of me, Bhagwan is at my back, Bhagwan is on the side. Wherever I see, whatever I do, only God is there. There is nothing other than God. Therefore, what is the need for fear? There is no fear at all. Then in the 16th shloka, what does he say? Anapekṣhaḥ śhuchir dakṣhaḥ udasino gata-vyathaḥ sarvārambha-parityāgī yo mad-bhaktaḥ samay priyaḥ. So Krishna says, this Jnani Bhakta, this Sthita Prajna is priya. He is very close to me. Hi. One thing is anapekṣhaḥ. He is willing to accept anything. He does not have any strong expectations like what? this should happen, this should not happen, only this should happen. These expectations are not there, correct? Whereas for us, what? When I do something, what do I say? It should be like this, it should come like this should be the result. I have all conditions, correct? Whereas this Jnani Bhakta, Sthita Prajna, he does not have any kind of should and should not and must not. He will accept anything that comes as Ishvara Prasada. Shuchihi Dakshaha. He is always clean. Whatever is happening, he is clean outside also. His mind is also very clear and very, very Shuddha mind. And then what? He is Udasino gata-vyathaḥ. Sorrow has left him. Sorrow has left him. There is no sorrow in him anymore. And not only that, he is not unduly attached to anything. He does not say that this is mine. If something is taken away from him, he doesn't feel bad. It's all right. Anyway, it didn't belong to me. It belonged to Bhagwan. Bhagwan can take it back anytime. When Bhagwan has given the gift to me, everything is a gift of Bhagwan, then Bhagwan can take it back anytime. Correct, Alvapa? Isn't it? If I lend you this book, I can always take it back, no, from you. Correct? So like that, God has lent everything to us for our use, temporary use. He is going to take it back anytime, including this body. Bhagwan is going to take back. Therefore, he has no sorrow. Gata-vyathaḥ. That means what? He does not attach himself to any action also. He will do whatever action is Ishvara's sankalpa, God's sankalpa. Whatever action comes to him, he says, Bhagwan, this is your wish. This is what you want me to do. Yes, Bhagwan, I will do it. This will be your instrument. So, sarva-rambha-parityāgī, yo mad-bhaktaḥ, this bhaktaḥ, sa-me priyaḥ. He is very, very close to me. Then, in the next verse, in the 17th verse, again, Sthita Prajna is described as what? Yo na hrishyati na dveshti, na shochati na kaṅkṣhati, shubha-shubha-parityāgī, bhakti-manya sa-me priyaḥ. He is a bhakta par excellence. He is the ultimate bhakta. What we saw that time? He is a jnani bhakta. He has already completed those 5 steps of bhakti which Bhagwan talked about, which Bhagwan wants all of us to start. He wants us to start from the first step and gradually go up. And he will help us to come up to the 5th step. And once we have gone to the final step, then what happens? I become or I am called as a jnani bhakta or a sthita prajna. And who am I? Yo na hrishyati na dveshti. He does not hate anything. He does not overtly get attached to anything. He does not keep on saying, oh, I love this, I like this, I like this, I like this. No. At the same time, he doesn't say, oh, yeah, I don't like this, I don't like this. No. There are no situations where he says, I like it, so I want it. I don't like it, so I don't want it. This never comes from a jnani bhakta. Na hrishyati, na dveshti, na shochati. He does not grieve. In the 2nd chapter, what did Krishna say? Nanu shochanti panditaha. No grief. Whatever happens, even if his close family member dies, no grief. Why no grief? Anyway, they didn't belong to me. They belong to God. Correct? Supposing you say, no, now, some very close person to you, some cousin or somebody, or uncle or somebody, he passes away. You feel very sad. My uncle passed away. But that shoka, yes, it is right. You will feel that sadness, but for a short period. This person feels that sadness for a very short time, and then he understands. What is his attitude? Bhagwan, you sent me as this uncle's nephew. This uncle was sent in my life by you, and this uncle was your gift. So you have taken him back. Therefore, there is no question of shoka. There's no question of grieving over anything. Na kaṅkṣati. He doesn't keep on wanting things. I want this, I want this, I want this. Okay, all the time asking God for something or the other. Hey Bhagwan, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me that. No. What does he ask? He says, Bhagwan, give me the capacity to be your bhakta. Give me the capacity to be an instrument in your hand. Give me the capacity to understand that you are there around me everywhere. That is enough. Nothing else he wants. Shubha-shubha-parityāgī. So what does it mean? There is nothing called as that which is, Shubha and Ashubha. Everything is God's prasada. There is nothing which is sacred and nothing which is not sacred. Everything is God's prasada. Everything is sacred. Nothing is, ayo, dirty, I don't want. Ayo, this is very good, I want. Nothing like that. Everything is God's prasada. Okay, so there is nothing called Shubha, good, Ashubha, bad. No good and bad. Everything is Ishvara prasada, God's prasada. And such a bhakta, hey Arjuna, who is a jnani bhakta, he is dear to me. Then in the 18th verse, we are coming down to the last two verses. Okay, in the 18th verse, he says, Sama-shatrau cha mitre cha tatha manapamanayoho shitoshna-sukha-dukkeshu samasanga-vivarjitaha. So what does it mean? He is the same towards a shatru, means an enemy, and a friend. He doesn't have enemies. Others may consider him as an enemy, correct? A jnani does not have any enemies because he loves everybody. But other people may take him as an enemy. It is possible, no? Say, I can, love you, but you need not love me, correct? I can like you, but some of you may not like me. It is always like that. So what he says is, for a jnani bhakta, everybody is the same. Okay? People may be his friends. He does not, everybody is his friend. Maitraḥ, he said, maitraḥ karuṇa evacha. Everybody is his friend. But there may be people who do not consider him as a friend. But then how he interacts with them, it is the same thing. With the mitra also, he will behave in the same way. Any person who considers this jnani as a shatru also, he behaves in the same way. Sama shatrau cha mitre cha tatha manapamanayo. Somebody may praise him. Some people may scold him. But then it doesn't matter to him. He doesn't get highly impressed when somebody praises him. Nor does he feel bad when somebody, shouts at him. Somebody gets angry with him. Because he knows that it is the same me which is there. Doesn't matter. He got angry with me. No problem. It is a temporary phase. I don't hate him for that. Okay. And if somebody is insulting him, he does not take it as an insult. He just accepts it as God's prasada. If somebody praises him and honors him, that also he passes it on to God. Honor is yours, God. It is not mine. And if somebody is shouting at him, somebody is scolding him, hey Bhagwan, it is not mine. Okay? Doesn't matter. He wants to shout at me, let him shout at me. Let him be angry with me. No problem at all. This is also your prasada. So mana, apamana. That common word, no? Mana, avmana aitu, mana aitu. We say that, no? So what is the meaning of that? In all these situations, whether anybody honors me, then also I am happy. Who is happy? Sthita prajna. When somebody dishonors him also, this bhakta is not affected by that. And shitoshna-sukha-dukkeshu, in all periods, whether there is cold, whether there is heat, whether there is dukkha, whether there is sukha, whatever may be the situations outside around him, he is not unduly affected by it. He takes it as what? This is the way of the world. Today there is summer, after some time there will be rainy season. After some time there will be cold. And this heat and cold and day and night, they are all what? They are all Bhagwan's laws, God's laws. These are the laws of the world. Therefore, he does not get affected when he is in a hot climate also. We keep on cursing, no, oh, it's so hot, oh, it is so hot. But he doesn't complain. When it is very cold also, he doesn't complain. It doesn't mean that he does not wear a sweater. Okay, he also wears sweater. He will also wear a shawl. He will also cover himself, but he will not complain. Okay, when it is very hot, he will also put on the fan, but he will not keep on complaining like we do. Okay, so shitoshna sukha dukkeshu samaha sangavarjitaha means what? He is not unduly attached to anything. Okay, ayo, this is mine, this belongs to me. How will I live without this? How will I do without this person? No such strong identification, no strong attachment. Id nandu, this is mine, this is mine. This strong attachment to something is not there. If it is there, good. If it is not there, no problem. If it is there, which I want, God has given it to me. If it is not there, it's all right. God has taken it away from me. So there is no question of getting affected by what is there and what is not there. Then in the same way, the 19th verse also says, what does he say? Tulya ninda stutir mauni santushto yena kenachit aniketa sthiramatihi bhakti-man me priyo naraha. So he says, he is the same to ninda and stuti. Same thing as mana and apamana. Mana means what? Somebody speaks very nicely about you. Stuti also means the same. Somebody is praising you. Oh, you are such a good person. Yeah, Gagan, you are so great. Yeah. You are giving me every notes in the class. You are teaching me so many things. You are great. Yeah, Gagan. Okay. So, stuti. Then you will feel very happy. Gagan feels very happy. Does not mean you should not feel happy. Okay. The next day, the same person comes and says, hey, Gagan, you are a, I don't like you. Yeah. You didn't help me. You did not give me your notes. Ninda. I did not think that you are going to be like this. I expected you to be a friend. I don't like you. Go. I don't want to talk to you. The same friend will say the next day to Gagan, but Gagan does not get disturbed. Why? Because he has friendship, maitraḥ, karuṇa, compassion. He is a kṣhamī, and he sees Bhagavan in himself also. He sees Bhagavan in that friend also. So it doesn't matter, friend. Today you are praising me. Tomorrow you are not praising me. You are cursing me. No problem. I will still love you as a friend the way you are. Correct, Gagan? Huh? That is what Krishna is talking about, the sthita prajna. Santuṣhṭaḥ yena kenachit. Whatever he gets, no, he is happy with it. He does not demand for more. Whatever comes, whatever is there, he is very, very happy with it. He says, I'm very happy. I don't need anything anymore. He is santuṣhṭaḥ with whatever comes. Aniketaha stiramatihi. Aniketa means he belongs everywhere. He doesn't belong to one house. He doesn't belong to one family. He belongs to everybody. This Jnani Bhakta belongs to everybody. And who is he? He's got that buddhi which is constantly abiding in God, in Atma, in God. And the last verse now of the 12th chapter. We are completing 12th chapter, children, where Lord explained about bhakti so beautifully in very, very easily understandable steps. And then he is now telling what is the nature of this person who has gone through all the 5 steps of bhakti. And what does he say? Ye tu dharmyamritamidam yathoktam paryupasate shraddha-dana mat-parama bhaktastetiva me priyaḥ. Those who consider my words, those who see my words seriously and follow my words, like what I explained about bhakti and all, those who follow me seriously, those who follow the way I have talked about climbing the 5 steps of your bhakti, they will follow that. Those who are following my words, amritam dharmyam, This is what is the words of our scriptures. What am I talking to you, Arjuna? I am only telling you the words of our Shastra, the words of our scriptures. So, you who has faith in our scriptural words, and you have listened, the one who listens to me and understands me with the trust and faith, such a person, the one who has Shraddha in what I am telling, the one who has Shraddha in the words of our scriptures, Vedas, such is a person who is very, very dear to me. So with this, we have completed the Bhakti Yoga, and the summary of Bhakti Yoga is what? Up till the 12th shloka, Bhagwan explained the various levels where Bhakta can be and how a Bhakta can climb up from the first step up till the Jnani Bhakta or the last step. And then from the 13th shloka till the end of the chapter, he described that Bhakta on the fifth step, or what we call him, the Brahma or Nirguna, Jnani, Jnana Yogi, the one who wants to know me, the Jignasu Bhakta who wants to know me. That person is the greatest because his bhakti leads him to where? Leads him to me. He becomes one with me. And this person has all these characters, all these attitudes. This is what is the end of the 12th chapter. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.